Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So just recently I put out a video talking about the whole issue with Drake and him filing the, as I like to call it, not lawsuit against Universal over what happened during that beef between him and Kendrick Lamar. I've said before that I felt like that whole beef was engineered by the industry and the label to draw in people's attention. Before anybody says that's crazy, look at all of the publicity it's gotten. Look at all of the attention and the engagement it has received. And all of that is directly monetized off of by the label, by the industry. They directly benefit off of all of this. I assumed that Drake felt like this little beef was going to go a certain kind of way, make him look good, that the record label, as they usually do with him, was going to make sure he came out on top looking like the golden boy, the golden child, if you will, the number one rapper of the label, and allow him to remain in that spot that they put him in, that he's been occupying for a while now. But things did not go his way quite clearly. Remember when I said in that previous video that I felt like he stepped on some toes? That he did something that the higher-ups, if you will, were not too pleased with, aside from filing this not lawsuit. There was something before this that he did that they were not too happy with. Again, the P. Diddy of it all. Filing lawsuits, doing stuff that upsets the people above them who they chose to answer to after signing their soul away to the devil, to demons, to these evil people who run the industry, and having the audacity to think that they actually still run something, that they actually have some kind of control in these situations. Well, he's finding out now, just like P. Diddy is, or has rather, how much control he really does have, which is absolutely none. He's finding out that control has been an illusion all along. Now, there's two things, like I said, that he did that I feel like backs up the idea that he done messed up, and that's why this is happening to him now. For one, they offered him a new contract, allegedly a new deal, if you will. He felt like the money they were offering him was not good enough, considering who he was, the privilege of it all. They basically said, who do you think you are? You don't run anything here, like I said before. And basically said, since you don't want to take what we are giving you and you feel like you have the right or the audacity to ask us for so much more because of what you think you're worth, we got something for you. The second major thing, now y'all know I have to say allegedly, right, that people were talking about after doing a little bit of digging, I found out, allegedly, Drake was one of the celebrities who allegedly signed that petition for a ceasefire. Now, what does that have to do with him, the label, and anything else? Well, let me quote something that someone posted on Twitter to give some more context to why that was not a good idea for him. And I quote, "No idea if this is true, but I've always wondered how Drake signing the petition for a ceasefire would play out considering Lucian Grange is a Zionist," end quote. And if you all will remember, Lucian Grange is the guy who's over Universal, basically Drake's boss. This person retweeted another post that said, and I quote, "UMG is tied to pro-Israel lobbies. Lucian offered Drake the biggest bag he's ever been offered for a show in Israel, but Drake turned it down." Months later, Drake signs a petition to end the genocide in Gaza. From that moment, it's been eliminate Drake, end quote. Now, once again, this is allegedly. I don't know how true this is, but it would make sense considering all of what's going on now. We didn't see this before. The Kanye West of it all. He opened his mouth about those people, and they allegedly knocked him down from billionaire status to millionaire status within a couple of business days. Same thing happened to Candace Owens. As Republican and conservative and right-wing as she is, I mean, I'm going to be real honest, she butt kisses the Republicans. That's just the blatant truth of it. And as much as she does this, they still punished her whenever she said something about the you-know-whos. So I don't know. I guess it was his complex. That's what it was. It was his entitlement. It was his privilege. It was his caring of it all. He really thought he was going to be protected because he's Drake. Once again, if they did it to them, what makes anybody think they wouldn't do it to the likes of Drake? It's the, oh, you'll do it to those people, but you won't do it to me of it all. And if it is true that he signed that agreement, that he basically made it very clear that his stance was against Israel, knowing that his boss had pro-Israel ties, pro-Israel mentalities. That was just stupid on his part. People can say what they want to, feel what they want to, but at the end of the day, he was the one who chose to sign to UMG. He was the one who chose to sell his soul to the devil and make his boss Lucian Grange. So if he chose to make his boss Lucian Grange and sign to the devil, sign to the devil's record label, then you have to play and abide by the devil's rules. You want to step out of line, call yourself putting your foot down, they're going to punish you. Do I feel sorry for him? Absolutely not. This is 100% his fault, 100% on him, and if he didn't want it to happen, why you got involved with him then? And I know some people will have this, oh, well, maybe he was standing up for what he felt like is right mentality, mindset, or standpoint, but you don't get to do that. You've waived those freedoms, if you will, once you've done things like sign to labels, make people like Lucian Grange your boss. You do what they tell you to do after they've given you your fame. Whenever you, like I said, sold your soul away, signed it away on the dotted line, you do what they tell you to do and what they want you to do, not what you want to do. Unless you want all your dirt to come out and be thrown under the bus in the worst way possible. Once again, we have to say allegedly. We don't know with 100% certainty that he did sign the petition or that Lucian Grange took it personally, although we all know how we really feel. The dots do connect. The math does kind of math in that area. And once again, based upon what has happened and what we have seen before, these celebrities getting punished, having all their skeletons thrown out of their closet whenever they don't play by the rules that they signed up to play by, it would imply, once again, that he's done something. He's pissed off his bosses, his overlords, if you will, who he chose to be subject to. And now that is why this is happening to him. And then on top of that, he had the unmitigated gall to file a lawsuit. He just made it worse for himself, even more so. So what did we learn, ladies and gentlemen? If you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If you play the devil's game, you win the devil's prizes. It don't matter who you are, how much money you have, what your heritage is, who you're mixed with, what your skin color or shade is. You're going to catch them consequences at the end of the day. Y'all let me know what y'all think and how y'all feel about all of this down in the comments below respectfully. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Y'all all have a very blessed, beautiful, and safe day.